cannot tell who's on, who's not on. For some reason, this chat thing is not working. Oh, yes, it is. It actually is working. I bet. On YouTube. It's working on YouTube. All messages sent here. Okay. I don't know why they don't have the, whatchamacallit on here. So I'm getting on a little early. I've been MIA for a bit. I know people, this is going to be recorded regardless. So if you watch this, you'll know. And I'm also going to put up a video shortly at the end of the week regarding this. So my wife had like an impromptu operation, so I've been MIA for that reason. So I'm back. Got a few things that I changed up, so I'm gonna do a office tour. Should be up on Monday. I was supposed to actually do it before, but because of this the operation, things kind of I had to fall back a little bit. So yeah, I got my pandemic beard on. I gotta shave. I haven't shaved in a while either. But yep, I'm on freestyle art, and just wanted to continue doing what I'm doing. What up to everybody? I don't know if you can hear the music. I'd like to engage with somebody to let me know what y'all see and hear, because it's kind of tough when I only got one monitor. But I'm sticking with that one monitor business. It's just too much having two monitors on your desk, and it's distracting too. So yeah. If you are on Twitch, what up? I appreciate you. If you're on YouTube, what up? Facebook, what up? And so this is more of my client work. Like I said, got a client who graciously allowed me to show my progress of my work on my stream. And so you guys are going to see me practicing. Right now I feel confident with the face, so I put a little color in the face. I feel confident with the gesture in the body, so I'm going to throw a little color. The colors help me figure out the rest of the mood. I did a lot of shading and all that stuff. I was waiting for my wife today. This was really raw. Actually, let me see if I can see. Oh, let me see. I think I should show you guys my playback, video playback, time lapse replay. Yeah, you can see it. So pretty rough. That's how I kind of left it today, and then I got in there. And so the only thing that stays when I do this is the color, but the black ink, the black outlines, those I either take away or I change it, give them thicker lines or thinner lines. It depends. So I hope my mic is loud enough. I did a lot of changes when it came to sound quality, video quality. I know the video is just pretty. You can't tell me it's not. I mean, the lighting might be. I could work on it a little bit more still. The lighting is subjective. So yeah, this is where I'm at. That's all the work that I did while I was sitting in my car waiting for my wife to come out. So I'm gonna continue working. Anybody got any questions, comments? Say what up. I got a new nib, a new pencil nib. This is not gonna focus because I have it on manual focus, but it's a new nib, and it's supposed to grip the iPad like it's paper. So in theory that does work. It takes a little bit of getting used to though, because it grips it a lot. And I also have this thing called Paper-like. So it's I don't know if you can see it, the difference, but it's there. It's where it's a film here. It's like one of those covers, and it's there to make it feel like paper. So I think I'm doubling up on that paper feel shit. And so that's what I got. So here I was trying to rename this in the car. It didn't work out for me, so I'm gonna put a face. So I put the name. Again, these are all habits that I have to still keep getting used to, but I put the names behind them so I know when I have to go in there and do a little editing or what have you, I could just do it on the fly. I don't have to worry about, which one it is or whatever. I put the name and I got the can type it in, you can write it in here. So here I'm gonna put close, and then it comes on. So oh yeah, I can't see it anyway, but I just did it. So I'm going to color the close now, and I'm gonna put it on multiply. Sorry, and multiply. What it does is it kind of lets you keep all the artwork that you have. It lets it show even though I'm going to be coloring. I have a new color palette. Too bad this thing doesn't go that high. Let me see if I can bring this down a little bit. So this, nope, it doesn't matter. I gotta see more. Let me see if I can. Nope, it's just how it is, the app. So I have a new color palette. Oh, I have a few, and you can see some of them. And actually, yeah, my new color palette is the one that says default. This is dope. You can grab pictures from, you can grab colors from another picture. So I'll show you. Look, I'll pull up, hopefully I didn't go on no messed up sites before this. I'm doing this on the fly. So you can pull up, and then I'll go to, so normally that's not what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to put it side by side. I messed up. Let me do it again. All right. So let's say I find. Oh, perfect, right here. So I have something here that has a lot of colors in it, and I want to use those colors as my in my color palette. So what I do is I grab the picture. The picture and I bring it in here and I hit the add, and look, see, it gives me a new color palette. That's dope, you know, because a lot of the times I'm not that good with coloring or figuring out colors that match or go with each other, but now I don't have to worry about it because I have it here. So this is the one I was working with. Let me set it as my default. Okay, so now I'm gonna do his clothes, and I think the color I was going for was like a matte green. I don't need this anymore. So. Yeah, I think Procreate is gonna be the thing for the future. Like, ain't nobody gonna mess with nothing else but Procreate. So, this is actually a perfect color. So what I do is I start off roughly, and I go towards what I'm looking for. So I'm just doing a shirt right now. I have a sketchboard that I'm gonna do a review on later, and I should be having this on that right now. Alright, so boom. So that's the only thing I hate. Like, sometimes you gotta hit it a couple times before you get the color that you're looking for. screen down just a little bit. If anybody ever knows how to do the coloring without having to lose, for some reason the edges seem to not it doesn't take when you do the color dump or the paint bucket. I use the paint bucket tool. For some reason it doesn't do it. YouTube and Twitch and every other streaming service gets that shit together. Like, don't get me wrong, I like jazz music. I love jazz and I love all types of lo-fi music and shit like that. But yo, it gets annoying that you can't play the music that you really vibe to when you're drawing, because you're gonna get, first of all, demonetized if you have the monetization going, and then on top of that, gonna stop your stream because of copyright, or they'll take the music out of your stream, so it'll sound weird when somebody's watching your old streams. But like, you're being forced to not have good music, and you have a very low selection on copyright infringed music and stuff like that, or the non-copyright. It's just whack. Like, let me get something that I can use. Let me play some, Eric B. and Rakim or some shit, man. Something that I listen to when I'm drawing and I'm vibing. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I make do what I got, but artist. I have good work after, when I'm done, it does come out nice, but process is not as clean as others. And a lot of it is because I want to hurry up and get the piece out or complete it so I can see if my whole idea came to fruition. But I could stand to be a little neater when I'm drawing. It is what it was. Somebody asked me, if I still do contemporary art and non-digital art. The long answer is yes, but the short answer is no. So, contemporary art never made me money. I'm not doing it only for money, but of course I got a family to take care of. So yes, you do want to get paid, but it's a lot easier with less hassle. When it comes to like material, like I don't have to buy material. My material is virtual, so I don't have to worry about buying material, right? But that's where the easiness stops. When it comes to buying material, mixing media, stuff like that, you just get it in the app. But everything else after that, no, drawing digitally. A lot of people think people run to draw digitally because digital is supposed to be easier. All right, fuck around and mess with it then. That's what I always tell people, like, mess with it. You come and you figure out how to make a straight line, even if it has a straight line tool. Tools mean nothing if you don't know how to use it. I struggle with Adobe Illustrator because I literally don't have a complete understanding of it. I use it for what I need it for, and then that's it. There's some people out there who know it inside and out. of my good friends, Gene, this kid, like him and my old partner, business partner, Torrance, these guys, the way they use Illustrator is crazy. Like they're fluent with it. You know what I'm saying? They're really well versed at it. For me, no. What would take them an hour or two at best will take me 5 to 6 weeks. Because I'm gonna need a week to recoup from learning. I've always learned things on the fly. That's always how I've learned things. But Adobe, because it's not your it's a creative app, but it's not necessarily a drawing app or a painting app. You know, it's about shapes and sizes and, you know, all that type of stuff. And that's what it's about. And it's not about it's not like Photoshop where you could just take your pencil, sit there and draw, and that's it. Excuse me, forgive me for yawning, man. It's not that simple. There's a lot of extra stuff that comes with it. So it is what it is. So because I want the pants, the bottom, to be on the same color tone as the top, I have a choice between this blue. You can't see what I'm pointing at. I'm saying this blue, but I can see. The blue and the green, I'm gonna go with the blue because I'm gonna actually put some detail in his pants. That has been always my, what saved me as an artist is detail, especially after the fact. Sometimes I hurry through things so much that I want to see it finished, and I might, you know what? I feel like who do I want to be as an artist? There's an artist, a comic book artist by the name of Arthur Adams. That's who I want to be, or John Bryan or Byrne, depending on how people pronounce his last name. You know, these guys are like, they crazy when it comes to the pen and the pencil. And the thing is, they're not like your typical artists who, like, they speed through shit. And when I say they speed through shit, I don't mean like irresponsibly speed. Like, these guys will speed through detail work, stuff that will still take me forever to do. These guys will speed right through that, no problem, right? So here, this blue is not exactly, it's a little darker than what I want it to be, but I'm hoping, the blue is good. Oh, you know what I think I might do? Let me see something. I want to see how the green works on top of it. Let's see. I like that color. You know what? Nah, it's not good. So I'm gonna skip the blue. Keep it on the matching type shit. Yeah, these artists are good, and even with doing all the details and all that stuff, because they do it every day. That's their job. That's what they do for a living. They do this every day. And no, that might not be it. They might just naturally be like that. I don't know. But in any event, my style, I want it to be like that, but I think my style comes off as like Rob Liefeld, which Rob Liefeld now versus the Rob Liefeld who first started with Marvel years ago and Image comic books, he's come a long way. You know, his style used to be so, like, either you loved it or you hated it. For me, even though I saw the mistakes that Liefeld did, and you could tell he rushed through it sometimes, probably because of deadline purposes, because back in the days, like, you didn't have things like the iPad Pro and Procreate. And so when you were running out of time, nothing you could really do about it, you know? But I think that, so they would rush through with some of these guys. But Liefeld, early work, oh my God. Like, I liked it because he did, to me, I think he did exactly how I did things. Like, in the end, if I might have fucked up on the poses, what saved me was my detail work or my shading. You know, it got me to the point where I became very paranoid about that. I felt like sometimes I lean so much on those extra stuff. Forgive me, I am so tired. Sometimes I lean towards the extra stuff to make my artwork look good, but it's still artistic. You just do things a little different from everybody else. But yeah, in the end, what I think helps my images pop out is like all my life when I did cartoons, I always added extra things that are human features, like, you know, shadows and stuff like that, like human features in the sense that purposefully artists will put shadows and all that extra stuff, certain line work in, they would put that kind of stuff in their human, but when it came to drawing animals, it wasn't so much so. And if it was, you'd get somebody like, again, Arthur Adams, who would do it, you know? So I don't put, in any cartoon work that I have, I go all the way. I'm like the guy that does the cover of a really crappy comic book. You know, the cover will be so sick, and compel you to buy that shit. And then when you buy it, the inside work is trash. I was like that. I don't know if anybody else was like that, but I was like that. When I bought comic books back in the days, that front cover, man, that shit sold me every time, and I was disappointed almost every time because the inside work would be trash. But who cares? I thought I would be ready to come back for live. Sorry, you can see that I'm yawning. It's a lot of work, you know. When you have a loved one who had an operation or something medical, it just takes a lot out of you, you know. And you always want to make sure that they're fine, and I don't know. So I go to sleep every night. This morning I went to sleep at almost 4 a.m. But I'm not saying it like that's really super late. No, because I normally go to sleep sometimes 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll be up the whole time, and that's from having only 3 hours sleep sometimes. But you know, what could you do? You worry as a parent, husband, wife. You worry. That's your job to worry. Man, I want to show you guys sneak peeks to my new setup, but it looks like a freaking zoo right now over here because I pushed everything to my desk so that I can do the proper wire management. I know wire management is like key to having a good time in what you're doing. So, but I will show you a Stormtrooper, my first Lego. I've never had a Lego set. I bought my kids Lego sets and shit like that, but I've never had a Lego. And here's my first one. I'm very proud of how it came out. Look at all that detail. Look at all the detail in this thing. Thank God my daughter's the one who made it and I didn't. I didn't have the pay. I built the base of it. That shit took me almost 2 weeks to do. And my daughter did that shit in like less than a week. I've always liked things like that, but I hated to build. I didn't want to build shit. I liked it, but I didn't want to build them. So what I tend to do is I tend to use whatever dark color I had as like an accent color if I want to shade something. That's what I'm doing here. This has bothered me this whole time. I want to give him a little shade underneath his double chins. Black is a hard color. Black, you can use it for separation, but if you have to use black to separate black, that's not going to work, obviously. But then if you use a lighter color, sometimes it makes that it's the contrast is not good, you know, between the black and that lighter color. So whenever you can use another color to be your darker color, then go ahead. See, and I always test the waters before I give it up. So, normally I'm on here a lot longer. Today, I'm going to be cutting out early because I have to. So that's why I said I want to make sure that I come on at least just for a little bit. Got to take my wife to the doctor's. Her appointment is shortly. And what I did was I came on earlier. So instead of saying today I'm going to take today off again, I decided let me come on. So here I am. Here's a test color. Alright. Yep, this looks perfect. This is a great color to go with the green. So because I'm gonna have everything like a matte color, to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna go back. I just did the multiply, and even though I made it darker, kind of what I wanted it to do anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna be working on this the rest of the week. Not just this character, but I'll add some characters to it. I did my sketches of the other characters I'll be using. I didn't like the hippo, but I like the fox, so I'm gonna work on the fox. Actually supposed to be a wolf, but it looks like a fox, so I kept it a fox. Alright, so guys, this was technically a test run to see how my new camera looked, but I appreciate everybody who came on, stopped by. I will be back on next week regularly. So this week I will be coming on, but it's not my regular schedule. I'll come on when I can, but next week I'll be here Monday through Wednesday, 5 p.m. That's going to be the freestyle art, and then I will return for 8 p.m. for my gameplay. All right, guys. So anyway, I am going to sign off for now, and I will be back on again tomorrow. If everything works out good, I'll be back on tomorrow just to do a little test run again and see how things look. And I might do a dry office tour. Maybe I'll let you guys take a look